Good morning. Let's see the next problem. From the following information, prepare stores ledger account under FIFO method. January 1st, they have given opening stock of 200 pieces at rupees 2 per each. January 5th, we are making purchases 100 pieces at rupees 2.20 each. January 10th, we are making the purchases 150 pieces at rupees 2.40 each. January 20th, we are making the purchases 180 pieces at rupees 2.50 each. January 2nd, we are making an issue of 150 pieces. January 7th, we are making the issue, that is issue of 100 pieces. January 12th, we are making the issue, that is issue of 100 pieces. And January 28th, we are making an issue of 200 pieces. See, now first you have to arrange the dates in a chronological order. See whether the dates are there in the chronological order. So here the dates are not in the chronological order. First arrange the dates in the chronological order. The first transaction will be January 1st. The next will be January 2nd, you have to make issue. Third transaction will be January 5th. Fourth transaction will be January 7th. Fifth transaction will be January 10th. Sixth transaction will be January 12th. Seventh transaction will be January 20th. And eighth, that is last transaction, will be January 28th. So as per the dates, you have to order the transaction in a chronological way. And here they have given opening stock. The opening stock will be considered in the balance column. All the purchases will be considered as a receipts and it should be recorded in the receipts column. And issues, you have to decide which price you have to consider. So as per the FIFO method, first purchase price prevailing in the balance column, that should be considered. Now see the problem. January 1st, there is an opening stock. Opening stock, you have to record it in the balance column. The quantity will be 200 pieces at rupees 2. So if you multiply 200 into 2, you will get 400 rupees. Then January 2nd, we are making an issue of 150 pieces. So January 2nd, write the date as January 2nd. This is a issue. How many units we are issuing? 150 pieces. At what price you will consider? Here we are having only one price, that is 2 rupees. That only you have to consider. So 150 into 2, you will get 300 rupees. Out of 200 balance, we have issued 150 pieces. The remaining pieces will be 50. The value will be 100. So 2 rupees is the rate per unit. 50 into 2, you will get 100 rupees. Now, the third transaction will be January 5th, we are making a purchases 100 pieces at rupees 2.20 each. So purchases means it should be recorded in the receipts column. So January 5th, we are making purchases of 100 pieces. The quantity will be 100. The price will be 2.20. If you multiply 100 into 2.20, you will get 220. So now the balance will be, the previous balance is 50 units or 50 pieces at 2 rupees 100. And now we have make a new purchase, that is 100 pieces, 2.2 rupees. The value will be 220. Next is January 7th, we are making an issue, that is issue of 100 pieces. So January 7th issue, write it in the issue column. See, January 7th is the date. We are making issue of 100 units. So how you will consider or how you will price this for the issue of 100 units to the production department? First units will be considered and the first units purchase price will be considered. We are having the first purchased units or the opening stock balance as 50 units. First consider these units. So 50 units at rupees 2, the value will be 100. After the completion of all the first batch units or after the completion of opening stock units, the next batch will be considered. So out of 100, we need only 50 units because out of first opening stock balance, we have already issued 50 units. Remaining, I want only 50 units. So that will be issued from the purchase of 100. So out of 100, we have issued 50 units at rupees 2.2. The value will be 110. So 50 units at 2 rupees, we have already issued completely. So the remaining is only we are having 100 units at rupees 2.2. The value will be 220. Out of 100 units, we have issued 50 units. So remaining balance will be 50 units at rupees 2.2. The value will be 110. The next transaction is January 10th. We are making a purchase of 150 pieces at rupees 2.40 each. So January 10th, we are making the purchase. Purchase means it should be entered in the receipts column. The quantity or the pieces will be 150 units. The price will be 2.4. So the total value will be 360. 150 into 2.4, you will get 360. Now, previous balance you have to write first because this should be issued first. Later, if you want the remaining balance, the next purchase will be taken for consideration. So previous balance is 50 units or 50 pieces at rupees 2.2. You will get the value as 110, and we have made a new purchase, that is 150 units at rupees 2.4. The value will be 360. Then the next transaction will be January 12th. We are making the issue of 100 pieces. So how you will issue these? January 12th, we are making issue of 100 pieces. So the first units or the first piece will be considered. First, you have to issue this units 50 units at rupees 2.2. You will get 110, and remaining I want 50 units to issue. So that will be considered from the 150 units. So out of 150 units, you will issue 50 units. The price will be 2.4. So 50 into 2.4, you will get 120. 50 units at rupees 2.2, we have issued completely. Now we are having only the balance of 150 units purchase. Out of 150 units, we have issued 50 units. So the remaining units will be 100 units. So out of 150, we have issued 50 units. The remaining balance units will be 100 units or 100 pieces. The price will be 2.4. The total value will be 240. The next transaction is January 20th. We are making the purchase of 180 pieces at rupees 2.450. So purchase means it should be recorded in the receipt side. So in the receipt side, we have shown January 20th, we are making the purchase of 180 units. The price will be 2.5. If you multiply these two, 180 into 2.5, you will get the total value as 450. So first write down the previous balance. Previously, we are having the balance units of 100 units at a 2.4. The total value will be 240. Now we have made the new purchase, that is 180 units at a 2.5 rupees. The value will be 450. So 180 into 2.5, you will get 450. And the last transaction is January 28th, we are making the issue of 200 pieces. So 28th, you have to record it in the issue column. See, January 28th, we are issuing 200 units or 200 pieces to the production department. How you will issue 200 units? First, you have to consider the balance column. In the balance column, what is the units prevailing first? So 100 units we are having. That should be issued first. 100 units at rupees 2.4. The value will be 240. So out of 200 units, you have issued already 100 units. Remaining you want 100 units. That will be considered from the next balance. That is, out of 180 units, you will issue 100 units. What is the price of 180 units? 2.5. That price you will consider. So 100 units, 2.5 rupees, you will get 250. So 100 units at rupees 2.4, it will be issued completely. Now we are having only the balance of 180 units. Out of 180 units, we have issued 100 units. The remaining balance will be 80 units. The price will be 2.5. Total value will be 200. So if you complete all the transaction, the remaining balance you have to show it here as closing stock. The closing stock will be 80 pieces at rupees 2.5. The total value will be 200. So one main thing is you have to consider all the purchases as receipts and consider all the issues. Whenever you are making an issue, see the balance column, whatever the units prevailing in the first, that price and that units will be considered first. Thank you.